Hey, it seems to be house week for all of my posts this week. And I'm collecting a whole bunch of the process of getting this wallpaper down and talking about the different levels that we've found. But we found something pretty interesting today, and we're not sure what we're going to do with this information because it's going to, well, one, we can't solve it right now, and we're getting paint up. So that means that we're going to go forward with the plan. However, it also means that there's probably going to be redecorating in the next few years in order to make the changes that need to be, or that we might need to be. I don't know. We need to talk about it. Because, when you have an old house, the question is, do you take it back to the way it was when it was built? Do you take it back to the first remodel? Do you take it back to the second remodel? Do you modernize it to suit your needs? And that's pretty much a dilemma that I see played out because, I'm in some discussion forums of owners of old houses, and many, many of them say, strip the wood, bring it back to the way it was. And I have been looking at this house for a very long time thinking, no, I think the wood was naturally painted. And I do like a nice white trim. So, of course, it was in my best interest to believe that. But we found something today that may change that idea. I don't think it's going to ultimately change the fact that I don't want to live in a house full of wood. However, it does make me rethink some of the items that were stripped out, putting some of them back, but then also, if I refabricate them, are they really what they were, and should I put them back? So, a whole bunch of thinking to be done here, but I'm going to turn you around and talk you through a couple of these items we changed. Actually, I'm going to take you into the dining room because that's where we first noticed this discrepancy and this issue. And yes, it's messy still, so we'll just have to deal with that. Good job, Alice. All right, into the dining room. We found, this is the first wall we found. Well, actually, this is the first wall that was stripped, and it's, look, you've got finished plaster. You have this middle, really rough plaster section, and then we have a different level of finished plaster. And then it's every single wall in the dining room. That says to me, and in addition to that, there are repairs as if screws, or well, probably nail holes were repaired. That says to me that there was trim there. So on this wall, I'm going to back up so you can see it better. On this wall right here, there was a wide board of trim. They call it chair rail, even though it's not at a chair level, so I don't know. The question would be then, clearly this was wallpaper below, chair rail. Would it have been paint above? Would it have been more chair rail above? I'm guessing the upper picture hanging trim may or may not have been there, but we'll leave that regardless. I believe this 1950s edition corner cabinet is going to come out eventually. It's not out yet, but it will eventually come out to be replaced by, we think, putting this trim back. The other thing I noticed after we noticed this, because you just can't discount this big, bold archaeological notice, I noticed at the top of the door frames, and we're back out in the living room now, but this is above the doorways in the dining room too. See the white trim up there? That means there was another piece of molding up there that somebody removed. And I'm not sure what we're going to put, if we're going to put those back or not. And I don't know what kind of molding it should be. So I'm going to have to do some investigating. And then finally, after I saw those pieces, I started looking closely. And see this down at the floor here? Right there at a diagonal? I believe there were two benches on either side of this fireplace. So that says to me that we are, and there's its partner on the other side. This house was probably a craftsman house. Now the question is, would this have been the original mantle, or did they tear it out and remake the mantle completely? I don't think that brick is particularly old. Our fire insert is obviously brand spanking new. And then, although the tile on the bottom is really adorable, it's fire engine red, and I'm not sure I'm up for that. So that is the latest. Right now I can show you. Oh, we're gonna have to go in front of my light. That is the only place, that top piece above the window over there is the last remaining newest wallpaper. Everything else has been stripped. There's just a few pieces left. There's a little bit above the window. I think there's a little bit over on this wall that needs doing. We did find finally a tool that is magical on taking this wallpaper off. Of course, I figured it out. I'm walking you around to sit down. We figured it out at the very last minute. This little bad boy right here, it's called a wallpaper scraper. It's by Hyde. We got it at Sherwin-Williams. We brought it home, tried it, and I'm like, oh, this is crap. It's not going to work. But then I tried it again because I wanted a wider scraper, and it was in use by Ulysses, my helper. And I got to looking and I'm going, wait a minute, there's a hole there. That means that blade is on backwards. And I went over and unscrewed it, flipped it around, and got a sharp blade. And guess what works now? Better than spraying with water, better than a putty knife, better than all of the rest. So we have a magical tool. And if you have wallpaper to remove, this is your ticket. Get this scraper guy. Wallpaper scraper. Highly recommended. And you don't need to spray the water anymore when you have that. We will have to spray just the little leftovers on the wall, but not the bulk of the super glued on brown paper, which makes me very, very happy. So that is the status on the house. I believe I'm going to hold off the bobbin lace conversation until I get this done. So you're going to get 100% house from me. And then on, Wednesday, when do I give you your talks? Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. I say Saturday and then I upload it at midnight. Yeah, so your Saturday or Sunday, I will try and revert back to the bobbin lace chat. In addition to that, you're going to get a bonus because my granddaughter has been dying to do a cooking video with me. So we're going to make some cupcakes. Probably I'll upload that Thursday or Friday. So there'll be a bonus kids craft corner from me. And I know that Kelly has done a couple with Ina in the video. And so let's talk about maybe doing a kids section for kids, right? If you want to see this, give me a comment below or put a thumbs up on this. Just some kids crafts, some things easy for kids to do. Maybe a little video teaching one of my grandkids to knit. Kelly could do some crafts with Ina. We're doing these things anyway. We just might as well videotape it. And I can tell you that my granddaughter is super excited to have her own video. So I figure why not? All right, that's it for me today. I will have interspersed different bits of my walk around the house and at different times during this home fix it for the living room and dining room. Oh, believe me, there'll be more. There's lots of places to go from here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, do so and ring the bell so that you get notified when a new video comes up. This is going to go under the Tina's House category. Remember, we do all kinds of crafting, field trips, travel, and now for Tina, home fix it. I think Kelly does a bit of that too. Gardening. So you're going to see all kinds of a creative lifestyle goods from Kelly and I on the A Twisted Pico website and YouTube channel. All right, that's it for me. I'll see you Wednesday. Bye.